What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and we are back with another LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 Most Wanted list. And in this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 most wanted female characters that I'd like to see in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. And I think this will be a really cool list, and as always, there are a few things I want everybody to keep in mind as I do this list. The characters that I am focusing on are characters that have never been in a LEGO game before, and I am not including members of the Fantastic Four or X-Men since they are not going to be in the game. Trust me, that makes making these lists so much harder, because like all of you, I want to see those characters in the game, but because it really, honestly, truly sounds like more and more than ever that they just are not going to be, I don't want to waste spots in time when there are so many amazing characters from the rest of the roster. Jane Foster, not necessarily one of those characters, but hopefully there is a cool twist coming in her story soon. But I digress. Now, number one on this list would have been Gwenpool, but she's already been officially unveiled and announced, so we are not going to include a character like that I know for a fact has already been confirmed on the list, because that defeats the point, and I had to cut so many characters, it was really tough. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. At number 10, we have a character that is in the Ultimates right now and currently out in space. We have Spectrum, and I'm trying to find America Chavez, one of her homies. And Spectrum is a really cool character, Monica Rambeau. She's had a few different names. She's gone by a few different things, and I think that it would be really cool to get her into the game. Now all of a sudden I'm doubting myself. I don't think she's in the game. Yeah, she's not in the game, unless they called her something else. But I just think she's a cool character, and I think she's getting a lot of play with her time spent in the Ultimates. Captain Marvel's, kind of super team is really powerful, and having a strong black female character in the game is going to be fantastic. Spectrum is the type of character that I really feel like Marvel should be investing in, rather than changing other characters around when she freely exists in their universe already. So Spectrum is number 10 on my list. At number 9, we have a character that is rumored, so Black Cat's not in this game, but is rumored to be getting her own movie, or I guess not really rumored, she is getting her own movie with Black Cat. It is Silver Sable, and I feel like this is kind of, Marvel doing Sony a solid here, getting Silver Sable into the minds of a lot of people that might not be familiar. Black Cat is already seeing some shine in other forms of media. Obviously, I'd love to see Black Cat too, but she's already been in the game, so it's really not the end of the world if she doesn't. If I'm not featuring her on this list. Silver Sable is definitely an interesting character. I think she'd be pretty fun, and there's definitely a lot of great female characters, and she is certainly one of them. So number 9, we have Silver Sable. At number 8, we actually have kind of a trio of characters. I'm cheating a little bit where I can, because there are so many great female characters that could be in the game. I want to focus on 3 specifically from the Spider-Verse. We are getting a ton of Spider-Verse characters, and I think everybody would be really excited if we could see Silk, Arachne, and Arana in the game. All 3 are great in their own rights. Arachne is featured in Marvel Heroes Omega as a costume, and then Arana is basically Spider-Woman's her protege, if you will. So I think all 3 of these characters are becoming fairly popular. Maybe not Arachne, but I really feel like they all have really cool, unique looks, and I would love to see them. Also, I think Arana is Hispanic, and then of course Silk is Asian. So you know, I think those are really cool things to get, you know, some representation in the game as well. So at number 8, we have the trio of ladies from the Spider-Verse, Silk, Arachne, and Arana. At number 7, this is not so this would also mean bringing back a character, Devil Dinosaur. In LEGO Marvel's Avengers, we had Moon Boy, and since then, we have seen the rise to prominence of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Moon Girl, believe it or not, is one of the most popular characters really going right now. I don't know, maybe most popular is not really what I want to say, but she's selling really well, and I feel like she's a very inspiring character for younger girls. And I think if you follow the Marvel Comics Twitter at all, you will see, it feels like every convention you'll see a little girl dressed up as Moon Girl. She's sassy, she's intelligent, and of course it gives us an excuse to have Devil Dinosaur back in the game, and quite frankly, who does not want Devil Dinosaur back in the game? I think this is a no-brainer. This is the exact reason that TT Games does their LEGO Marvel games. It is to have characters like Moon Girl shine, and I really feel like Moon Girl would be just a fantastic character to add to the game. So at number 7, we have Moon Girl. So at number 6, we have Nico Minoru from the Runaways, and I feel like with the Runaways getting their own TV show and Nico having a lot of prominence with the what was it, the Women of Power, the A Squad or whatever it was. I really should have recorded the audio separate because it's making me blank here as I look for trauma. There we go. Nico is a really cool character aesthetically, especially what they've done with her in the comics. The Runaways is coming out soon on TV, and I feel like they've got to get some more characters from the Runaways in here. I believe we do have Trauma's not really a runaway, I don't think, but Chase Stein, or yeah, right here. So Chase is one of the Runaways, I believe, and you know, I just feel like Nico is the perfect character to have in here. She got her own Marvel Legends figure recently, so clearly she's very popular too. Like I feel like you know, these types of lists are full of her as a recommendation. You know, great magic wielding character, and I really feel like she would be a really awesome addition to the game. So at number 6, we have Nico. At number 5, we have obviously Beth the Waitress. We have Rachel Cole Alves, basically the Punisher's, I don't want to say protege, but she's essentially the female version of the Punisher. And obviously I think we would all love to see the Punisher make his way back into the game. And having Rachel Nicole Alves would be just as cool, having them both kind of go out there side by side. I mean, I don't know, Beth the Waitress kind of is the Punisher in a lot of ways, but since I don't think that we're going to see her again, I mean, and I'm really sad about it, I think a really close, you know, alternative would be Rachel Cole Alves, and I think a lot of people are would really support that and love that. So at number 5, we have Rachel Cole Alves. At number 4, now I almost thought about having number 4 kind of merge with number 3, but she is kind of a little bit separate, and that is the Black Swan Yabbat Ummon Turru. Now if you followed the events of all the, basically every big cosmic event that they've had recently, like Infinity and right into Secret Wars and stuff like that, you're going to have seen a lot of Black Swan. There are a lot of Black Swans, but Yabbat is kind of the main one, and she's played some pretty pivotal roles. She was like basically the hand of you know, Doom the God Emperor, and she was kind of captured by the Illuminati and really kind of very, very integral point of the whole franchise, or the whole Infinity storyline. And she became very powerful once she got free through Secret Wars, and right down into working with some of the people that are involved in number 3, tracking down Thor, the unworthy Thor, Odin's son, trying to get the ultimate Mjolnir hammer. So at number 4, we have Black Swan, Yabbat, Ummon, Turru. And that blends right into number 3, which I can't see any way that we don't see the entire clan, especially with them being involved with the Avengers Infinity War confirmed. We have the female members of the Black Order, Proxima, Midnight, and Supergiant. Both are just really cool and awesome looking characters, and we do now know for sure that they are going to be in the next Avengers movie as part of Thanos' kind of devastating group of their super group. So I think it's really a no-brainer to kind of get them in here. I think kids are going to be interested in them anyway. I mean, I guess theoretically they could hold them off to the next game, but why bother? Let's get people familiar with Proxima, Midnight, and Supergiant now. I don't remember seeing Supergiant, now that I think about it, though, as part of the big display they had at San Diego Comic-Con. But, I feel like you still kind of got to get her in here. So at number 3, we have the Black Order, Proxima, Midnight, and Supergiant. So at number 2, we have kind of cheating here. The Defenders. We have Jessica Jones and Misty Knight. So the reason why I include Jessica Jones is because she's only been featured as Jewel. And I know it does say Jessica Jones here, but she's mostly featured as Jewel. I just want to see her Jessica Jones outfit, and I know it's actually less interesting than her Jewel outfit, but I just feel like it would be a really cool outfit to have. And I know the argument is that the Defenders and the Jessica Jones series and all of that types of stuff are a little too mature for a younger audience, but Jessica Jones has been featured sans her Jewel's outfit in the comics throughout time, and if Squirrel Girl can babysit for her, then I think that she could be in a Lego Marvel video game as just Jessica Jones. We're really just asking for her to be able to fly, do some super jumping, be very strong and powerful, and be wearing a pair of jeans and a leather jacket. I don't really think that's really a big deal. Misty Knight obviously is long overdue. Simone Missick has done a really cool job as her, and in Luke Cage, and I'm sure we're going to see her pop up here in the Defenders. And Marvel really loves to really feature their franchises. So, getting some Defenders in here. I guess I could even include Colleen Wing, although I think Colleen Wing has been in here, hasn't she? I'm not positive. I don't really want to dig for it too much, but any of the 3, I mean, Night Nurse has already been in here, so I don't know if we'll include her, but any of the Defender ladies, Jessica Jones, Misty Knight, Colleen Wing, any of them and all of them would be fantastic. So that brings us to number 1 on the list, and it should be a no-brainer. As soon as you saw that we were not going to have Gwenpool on here, you should have instantly known through following me that number 1 on my list is Angela. Angela is such an awesome character. I just think it's really cool how they brought her in. I'm completely okay with her being I don't want to use the Game of Thrones word for it, but the out-of-wedlock daughter of Odin and the half-sister of Thor. I do really appreciate the way that they integrated her into the story and the series. And she's just such an awesome character. I think people are really kind of falling in love with her because of Marvel Heroes Omega, and I think it would be awesome to see her here in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. I'm sure that there are plenty of characters that I've left out. I didn't include, who is it, Ironheart, because I think she's already basically been confirmed. Some of the other characters that kind of almost made the list were the new Quasar and Phyla-Vell, an older version of Quasar, Singularity, Dagger from Cloak and Dagger, American Dream, Captain America. Those are some of the other ones that were kind of left on the cutting room floor. Just a lot of really great female characters that I think we could really feature, and I would love to see them make their way over to the game. So I leave it to you. Who would you like to see for female characters in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2? You don't have to play by my rules. If you want to say characters from the X-Men that are obviously not going to be in the game, feel free. And if you want to just talk about characters you want to see come back, that's fine too. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you.